Okay, hello everybody. My name is Leslie Morris, and I'm in San Diego, California. And I'm going to prop up this video camera so I can let go of it in order to be able to discuss the subject matter pertaining to the theme of this video. Today's date is June 29th, 2014. And, hold on one second. Okay, I'm going to be also tape recording my statements in this video, which I'm doing right now. My batteries. Okay, now. Some of the statements I make in this video are going to have to make somewhat cleverly, I guess would be the good word to use. And I'm going to be doing that for legal and strategic purposes. But as the video rolls itself out, I'm hoping that the individuals that I name in this video will be able to read between the lines so they can see what I'm trying to say. Let me just grab some water because I've been working all day long. I just got back inside my tent, and so I'm still kind of catching my breath. I've been working all day pertaining to my hiking area. I am what is known as an organized stalking, gang stalking targeted individual. If you went to YouTube right now and typed in Timothy W. bioethics issues, you'll literally hear that individual testifying before the Bioethics Commission concerning neurocognitive weapons and brain entrainment, and the factual reality that the targeted individuals who organized stalking, gang stalking targeted individuals can / and or are being subject to these remote technologies for military non-consensual human experimentation. Now, if you take a look at the videos that are on the sidebar to the right in the column, as you bring up that host video that I just mentioned the name of, you'll clearly be able to see, if you research it enough, that there are going to be numerous individuals who are testifying also before the Bioethics Commission that they are also gang stalking targets. I'm going to lead you to the title of a book right now, written by Mike Fitzhugh-Bell, called The Invisible Crime. You can buy it, you can order it or buy it through Barnes & Nobles, or you can go to Amazon. You can just Google it and you'll be able to literally see the picture of the book and what the book is about. Now, let me just check my batteries here. There's I'm going to engage right now in what is called a cognitive reset in order to make a footnote, okay, that can also open you up to reveal more information that will help you understand some of the criminalities. Again, I have to state what I state very carefully in this video because cyber surveillance is a methodology of organized stalking. Organized stalking is nothing but organized crime in the system at the military, federal, state, and local level. Now, if I don't state what I want to state carefully, they can use what I state against me. And since cyber surveillance is a methodology of these expeditions, I am hoping what I need to do is be careful in how I state what I state, but I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to read between the lines. Organized stalking and gang stalking target individuals can and / or are, they being non-consensually human experimentated on. And the only way that the military, federal, state, and local government, and any alphabet agency that you can think of, which you can also Google and cross-reference to organized stalking, they will do everything and anything to cover up their extreme heinous criminalities concerning what they're factually doing against an organized stalking, gang stalking targeted individual. I'm going to mention a couple names right now of two individuals that I have never met. I've listened to some of their videos online. Steve Quayle. I hope he doesn't mind me mentioning his name in this video, and I'm going to explain why I am in a minute. And a Russ Dizdar. Now, CERN and HAARP can possibly also be, and the Space Preservation Act. Okay, especially the original bill that didn't pass the House and the Senate until it was revised. I strongly suggest that we look at both of those bills. Now, when I stated that I'm going to have a cognitive reset, it was in relation to also, I'm going to get back to Steve Quayle and Russ Dizdar in a second. Go to Google right now and type in LISSA KR or RK, and then I think it's 1111 humane.com. Now, if you type in organized stalking, and what you're going to come up with is Lisa's website, and that's how I became familiar with, in part, Russ Dizdar. Okay, because I had already stumbled across some of Steve Quayle's videos on Hagman and Hagman Report, which is an online radio show. Steve Quayle has never said anything that I disagree with at any level. He's a good man. I perceive him to be a good man through spiritual discernment. Yes, I am a Christian. Now, you can also go to Google and type in Learning Disabled Woman on national radio shows and pay close to, there's about 6 videos of me being on a specific radio show on I've been on that show at least 10 different occasions. Steve Quayle, the reason why I'm bringing you up is because I was listening to your video, As Worlds Collide. You talked about the rainbow and how you stated in that video about how the most important thing that you have ever posted on your website was, I forgot the name of it. I went to it and actually read it. Okay, and then I saved it in my Gmail account. But as I've stated, I've been doing work all day outside of my tent, and I started thinking about some of the things that I'm going to have to come up against legally because of these animals, these demonic animals. And I've been going over it in my mind over and over today. And so I started thinking to myself, I need to start reaching out so people can really see what's happening to me. You talked about the colors rainbow, and that there was a link that was in your archives, or I forgot where you said it was at, but I wrote, when I was listening to that When Worlds Collide, I wrote it down, and then I Googled it, and then I read it. Hold on. And you stated in that video that that was the most important thing that you've ever posted on your website. The Blue Beam, I was already talking about that in reference to, well, there's also Bounded Harmonics. I'm totally and completely and thoroughly understand everything you were saying concerning that as well. And Blue Beam was mentioned in that. On May 1st, 2013, I called Ground Zero radio show with Clyde Lewis. And I talked to him about somebody that I personally know was a victim of Blue Beam ever since when they were little, because they came from a military family. Okay? Now, that's why I directed you to go to Google and type in Learning Disabled Woman on national radio shows. That's plural, shows. Now, Russ Dizdar, why am I mentioning his name, and how might what he does pertain to me, if at all? Remember, I got to state what I state carefully. Steve Quayle also mentioned in that video, When Worlds Collide, about how individuals right now in these United States are being subject to the CIA MK Ultra non-consensual human experimentation, and that the people he's talked to have literally told them that they're literally being treated like lab rats. There's a manifesto that's on the internet right now that was written by a manager of gang stalking. That individual flat out stated that a section, because it's a bureau, organized stalking and gang stalking is organized crime in the system. It's a syndicate. It's a military, federal, state, and local level. Alphabet agencies are being listed all over the internet in reference to them being identified and mentioned agencies that participate in these expeditions and will even subcontract out the work. In the manifesto, it flat out talks about how targeted individuals can be viewed as lab rats. Doctors are also mentioned in the manifesto, along with judges, police officers, even entire police departments, firefighters, fire department, EMS. Okay, can all be connected to these syndicates. Social services workers can also be as well, make no mistake about it. Now, the point I'm trying to make is this. Russ Dizdar and Steve Quayle, you would not believe what I know. You just literally would not believe it. Okay? And I can't state what I know and or maybe what I have experienced. Again, I got to state what I'm stating very carefully, but I think, and I hope you will read between the lines. There's a reason why I'm talking, stating what I'm stating. You just would not believe what I have experienced, what I have went through, and what I have witnessed. And the government will do anything and everything in order to box me in, to trap me in, to continue the isolation of me, so I at least cannot expose this to the public, okay? As long as I am free, okay, I have a better chance at finding the right people to expose what's happened to me. They don't want this. And you better believe they do not want this. And you would not believe what I know. You just would not believe it. Now, when you go to Google and YouTube and type in 2045 Project, the Blue Brain Project, the Blue Beam Project, Project Naomi, Project Monarch, Project Phoenix, Project, just any project that you can think of in reference to MK Ultra mind control, well, why am I stating these things? And what are they currently doing to organize stalking, gang stalking, targeting individuals with technology that they use from a remote distance? Now, the organized stalking of me that started towards me openly has been going on since 2001. As a direct result of some individuals who had covertly infiltrated my life through extremely respectable environments, churches, and the court system. They intentionally infiltrated my life through friendly environments and respectable environments, okay? And they stayed in my life. And then once I started disconnecting from them because I started noticing some things about them that I was not in agreement with, things I was suspecting that they might be involved in, I started announcing to them that I was going to break away from them, and within 2 weeks, the organized stalking started towards me openly. Now, right before that occurred, they coerced me into taking out loans. Not the actual people that I was walking away from. Hold on. Not the actual people I was walking away from, but somebody that was kind of connected to the same church group. The school loans were coerced for me to take out by them because it had an original motivation for it. That's right. Now, let me just put it to you this way. If a non-consensual human experimentation target was selected when they were a child, tracked like a dog, okay, throughout their entire lives, because back in the 60s, in order for a child to be subjected to non-consensual human experimentation, there had to be a great likelihood that a biomedical product was put in their person, neurocognitive weapons. Now, they had to track that person throughout their entire life just to make sure that that biomedical product was never discovered by that person in case they ever got in an automobile accident, assaulted, whatever. X-rays, MRIs, brain scans, CAT scans. So they keep track of children that they neurally implant. Read between the lines. Okay? My life has been covertly managed and destroyed for how long? For how long? And what do they attempt to do against organized stalking, gang stalking targets in reference to making sure that they never, ever find out what might be in their body? Would prison be one place they would like to put them in? Especially a privately owned detention center. Straw people. So they can also continue to treat the target individual as a straw person to make money off of them, because all these detention centers are privately owned. And every time they get an inmate, they apply for federal funds. I'm talking about a syndicate that is not only in the system, but also has tentacles out within the corporate industry, institutions, the wealthy, organized crime, and the government. And they all work hand in hand together. That's right. Hold on. So when I tell you, fellow American citizens, that every single thing that I've stated in this video were stated for their specific reasons in reference to the nature of things that I've stated. Like, why would I be discussing Russ Dizdar? You can go to Google right now and type in mind uploading, mind hacking, mind transfer technology, okay, remote neural monitoring, remote behavioral influencing technology, directed energy weapons, the neural phone, okay, John Hall satellite terrorism, www.surveillanceissues.com, UnitedTargetedIndividualsEurope.com, which has also got YouTube videos. John Hall satellite terrorism are YouTube videos. Now, as far as some of the things that Russ Dizdar, wow, is human trafficking, okay, is satanic ritual abuse possibly connected to organized stalking? One target individual can be picked for a multitude of criminal motivations. And everybody that has got any kind of educated knowledge in reference to mind control knows that extreme abuse is attached to these criminal expeditions because it is more easier to, through techniques, physical techniques by actual people, and the technology that can be expedited against an organized stalking, gang stalking target, which some of them I've already mentioned, will help in the disassociation that is brought about through the abuse and through the technology. Now, pay close attention. Why did I mention mind uploading, mind transfer technology, mind hacking? You can go to Google and YouTube and type in the Blue Brain Project, the 2045 Project, UnitedTargetedIndividualsEurope.com. I need help. I have money. I don't need no financial help whatsoever. I don't need no help with clothes, shelter, food. I have my own money. At least I do for right now, but they will go after that as well. In fact, they've already begun to go after it. I have sent on numerous occasions over the years undisputable evidence, huge amounts of evidence that was literally that thick. On how many pieces of paper are there in 12 inches of a stack? And each paper had lengthy, itemized and categorized sections of evidence. I'm talking about audio evidence and video evidence that I've been gang stalked ever since the school loans that were taken out. The fact that I was gang stalked at the school I was going to where they were taken out at, and multiple universities in Michigan and in San Diego. Why did the Department of Education ignore these emails? The Department of Education is part of the government. Now, human trafficking is also directly connected to these criminalities. Neural enslavement. Neural enslavement using technology to control the neurocognitive weapons that control the brain and train neural pathways in order to literally control the neural activity and the conscious choices making of the selected target individual that they have motivations for when it comes to sexual servitude. Using school loans as a debt bondage. Organized gang stalking targets can be put in county mental health, an area hospital psychiatric floor, a prison or detention center, and in all these, or a group home. And in all these places, the gang stalking will continue. You can Google that and cross-reference it to each just aforementioned described term. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I am a devout Christian. And when I say that with humility and with gratitude. On a daily basis, I wake up every morning and I pray to my Heavenly Father to direct my thinking, to direct my path, to help me with spiritual discernment in reference to all of my thinking and my decision making and my actions. That's right. I try my best to be the best Christian that I can be. And I only know that anything that is good about me is done through grace. This I know. And I also know that my Heavenly Father has led me at least to California where I can at least hike out in tolerable weather. Yes, they made me homeless, and creating homelessness of the target individual is one of the huge methodologies of organized stalking. Hold on. Go to YouTube right now and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus." That's me being assaulted by an individual who had harassed me on several occasions on the same exact bus route. And 5 and 7 minutes before the assault occurred. That's why they only sent me a 2-minute video. Then you can go to Google and YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered." And when you're looking at that video of me being assaulted, once you finish watching it, you can go into the description of that YouTube video and pay close attention to the factual reality that there are 2 blogs amongst other information that has been copied and pasted into it. Pay attention to the 2 blogs, which you can click on with your mouse. Okay? One of the blogs literally holds an attached printed out email that was printed out, scanned, put in a PDF link, PDF form, and then downloaded into the blog. And the blog is within the description of that YouTube video of me being assaulted. Once you click on the blog, you will find the PDF link that is named Assault 11 within the blog. Click on it, and you will literally see that I predicted that assault 11 days before it occurred. That's right. And that assault did take place within 36 hours after I went to the San Diego DA's office and told them that I was an organized stalking, gang stalking, targeted individual, and that I strongly suspected that there were certain police officers involved in it, and possibly even fire department personnel. She opened me to talk. She baited me to open up about where I'm mostly being gang stalked at. I told her on the 928 bus, and within 36 hours, I was literally brutally assaulted on the MTS bus, and then MTS sent me an altered video. Think about this. Why would a public transportation service that's actually run in part by the federal government send me an altered video of me being assaulted? They don't have a problem sending a video of me being assaulted, but they send it altered. Why did they do that? They did it out of haste. That's why you got to go to Google and YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes and or Explains How MTS Assault Video is Altered." And I would suggest that you look at more than 1 or 2 or 3 blogs and the YouTube videos concerning it, because I've made at least probably 10 or 15. Now, I also wrote a blog the day after that assault occurred. And you can clearly see, I forgot the name of that blog though, but in that blog I flat out stated that I was sitting in the back of the bus to the right, which means on the same exact side the front and back doors on. So why am I sitting on the left side of the bus? And why is the perpetrator also sitting on the left side of the bus in the video? Why? Now, the San Diego Police Department was notified about the fact that the MTS video that they sent me was altered by phone, by me physically in person, and by email. The San Diego District Attorney's Office was notified in the same exact way. So was the City Attorney's Office. Now, anyways, and you can also go to Google and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes" on news broadcast, because I was wearing a white shirt with black lettering that says "Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus, District Attorney won't investigate." The point I'm trying to make is this. In organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, what they basically do is the system who's perpetrating these criminalities makes sure that the target individual never gets any help concerning what's factually happening to them until the desired original motivation can be achieved. They isolate us target individuals by intercepting all of our emails for help. They will fake email replies to back to us from people that we send emails to, which is telling me that they're intercepting them to begin with. They will literally even reroute phone calls that I make to lawyers, law firms, advocacy groups, or whoever to them, and they will literally pretend to be the people that I call. Excuse me. That is all over the internet. Rerouting phone calls, faking email replies, faking to be people that targets call is all over the internet. So, Steve Coyle, I want you to understand something. You would not believe what I know. And I'm going to tell you something right now. What I know, based on possible experience, educated knowledge, okay, you've talked about. And you would not believe what I know. You just would not believe it. I need help. Okay? And what I mean by when I say I need help is I need help with exposure, and it would be greatly appreciated, at least if Russ Dizdar could either come out here to California, San Diego, La Jolla, or maybe if he knows somebody out this way where he can have them connect with me. I visit the UCSD Biomedical Library, the North University San Diego Public Library, the Law Library, and I live in La Jolla. Okay, I take bus route 201, 150, bus route 41, and bus route 30, mostly. Okay, that's right. That's right. Now, I'm praying to God that someone that knows about what I've stated in this video hears what I have to say. They've had me literally isolated since 2001. I have not had one relationship with anybody at the acquaintance level, the friendship level, the intimate level. Not one. I have not went with a movie or went out to dinner with anybody in 14 full years. I've literally been by myself every single day for 14 full years while being harassed on a non-stop basis everywhere I go, every single day. And every single angle of my life has been completely destroyed. They wrecked my credit, they got me in debt, they made me homeless. I went through hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're going to expect me to pay off these school loans. And this is not also, okay, let me just ask you, let me just make a statement carefully, okay? A lot of the money for the school loans went to surviving this crime. Okay, and I'm not going to state what the other part of it went for. I want to make another statement. Our targeted individuals' families neurally manipulated and controlled, even brought to rage. You just would not believe what I've known, what I know, and what I've witnessed. You just would not believe it. You cannot believe what I know. You just cannot believe it. So, in closing, I guess the last statement I want to make is, can you imagine paying somebody who caused you to be raped, made you homeless, has had you brutally assaulted on several occasions? That MTS assault is not the only time they've had me assaulted. Okay? Got me in massive debt, harassed me and mentally and psychologically battered me and abused me for 14 full years. Every single day, everywhere I went. Not only including in my apartments and in motel rooms, but even at hiking areas. You just would not believe what I have went through. You just would not believe it. Steve Quayle, I want you to understand something. I brought up that rainbow document you talked about in the YouTube video, When Worlds Collide, for a reason. I went to it and read it. The blue beam is mentioned in it. Go to Google and type in learning disabled woman on national radio shows. My father was Chief MP to General Curtis LeMay. There's retired NASA in my family, retired high-ranking Air Force. My ex-husband was a submarine radar antenna electrician. He was also put in my life by them, for me to meet, date, and marry, and he was used for sexual exploitation and abuse. That's right. And I married him in 1983. I can't say anymore. I'm in San Diego, California. If you guys can't do anything for me in reference to Steve Quayle or Russ Dizdar or Pastor Langford or whoever else, I hope and pray that you will at least have a prayer intercession for me and my welfare and my safety. I do appreciate everything you do, Steve Quayle, and I am sorry that you're mocked like you are. I really, and Hagman too. I know what it's like to be mocked and harassed. I experience it every single day. So I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be mocked and harassed and to be psychologically battered and abused, because I deal with it every single day, non-stop, everywhere I go, while the criminals get away with it, including members of the San Diego Police Department. And they will lie about it up and down the road concerning it and call me crazy about it. I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. Today's date is June 29th, 2014. If you don't see this video, Steve or Russ Dizdar, for another year, I guarantee you I will be going through the same thing 1 year from now. And every day in between along all my routes. I made this video to inform, to expose the truth. Russ Dizdar, I found out about you as a result of listening to Steve Quayle's videos and through the aforementioned blog, the Lisa Humane blog. You'll find her blog online if you just research it. It's LISSARK or KR, and then it's an upside down L, humane.com. So just type that in and then type in organized stalking and you'll find it. I strongly suggest everybody pays very close attention to everything she states on her blogs. I stumbled across them myself as I was researching organized stalking. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I made this video to inform, to expose the truth, so the truth can be known for what it is. Thank you very much, and have a blessed day.